This old guy DIY video has to do with the ongoing saga of the concrete abutment between two culverts. So today I formed up the area that I need to put a curb on this thing. And when I started this great adventure, I didn't intend to put a curb on it, and I hadn't thought about that. So I didn't lay a level on it or anything else. So as I pour this thing today, I'm going to let gravity tell me where level is, and I'll just stop basically when I get to this point right here, and I'll just let the stuff flow and sit there. And you can see on this front edge I have quite a bit of distance here, so I'm going to scab a piece of 1/2-inch plywood on there to fill up most of that hole. And then over here, before the last batch of concrete set up, I put a drain in, and I have a piece of 1.5-inch PVC, and then I took some parchment paper and just duct taped it to the end. And what I learned is if you're using $1 Dollar Tree duct tape on parchment paper, it won't stick to the paper, so you have to go all the way around so you can wrap it back onto itself. But I'm going to just lay that thing in like that, and then I'll have plywood that comes across here and make my little dam. And then after the concrete curb is poured here, when the thing is set up and dried, then I'll withdraw this piece of PVC, pull that parchment paper out, and I'll have a little drain that I intend to just put a piece of wire mesh over. So this is the first step. Here we go. And this is the parchment paper product like people use to make cookies and things, another Dollar Tree purchase. And I just wrapped that 1.5-inch PVC with the parchment paper, so after the concrete's set up I can withdraw the PVC. I'll just have a hole through the concrete for the water to run. And this is the fancy high-dollar job I did just to cover the inconsistencies between the form I had and the concrete. And I just kind of jammed some extra wood in there around my drain. So we'll start mixing some concrete. See how this great adventure comes together. Now this is my second last video on this topic. So I poured the concrete in to my great curb, and the best part about this job is it only took 5 bags of concrete. And then I kind of cheated and I dumped some extra water on top, and then when I was using my high-tech 4-inch pine float, I had dragged it down so the water would kind of pool in the middle. So that told me, that I was angling down from the outside, and I didn't mess with a level on this job. I put enough concrete in there to cover the rebar that I had. My drain is in place. I'll let this stuff set up. We'll let it cure for a few days, and then I'll do one more video, kind of like HGTV when I do the reveal. Thanks for watching. There was not a lot of forethought put into this project. Initially, all I wanted to do was hold back a little bit of driveway between two culverts. And as with many things, once I got into it, decided, oh, it needs a little more. It needs this, it needs that. And here we are, all the hard work is done. Just need to let nature do its thing. In a few days, we'll open it up.